What up, universe? It's the L-Dog Show. Another little break on my morning walk here to get some thoughts down and share with all you guys. First of all, I'm wearing sunglasses for the first time in what seems like forever because the sun's finally out. It's been a pretty gray and wet and cloudy spring so far, so praise Jesus for the sun. What's been on my mind the last couple of days has been this real sense of enough already. The pandemic is dragging on, the lockdowns are dragging on, the rollout of vaccines is ridiculously slow. The government is reluctant to lift restrictions until the infection rate goes down. The doctors, the chief medical officer for the province, I believe yesterday or the day before, said that they didn't want to relax any restrictions until we were down to around 1,000 infections a day, and then announced that we were at about 2,700. So enough already is kind of where I'm at, and a lot of people are at. There's a lot of frustrated, grumpy, generally angry folks. At the beginning of this all, I don't know if how many of you have been following along for that long, but at the beginning of this all, I did a talk and wrote a post on my blog about comparing the pandemic and people's feelings with it to overtraining syndrome that athletes talk about, where you can push your body and push your mind beyond comfort and grow, but if you continue to push it, you then move into something that's damaging. And I think we're there. I think this has gone on long enough that we are no longer adapting and learning and growing and becoming better people for it. And now we're just done and hurting ourselves and hurting our society and hurting each other with all of this stay home, stay safe, save lives. I get it. It's important. The frontline workers need our support, but we also gotta have something to look forward to. We gotta have something to hang on to. We gotta be able to point to growth, point to an end, because without it, we're just gonna grind ourselves into the dust. That's how I feel about it anyway. There is some positivity. Over 30,000 people a day roughly are getting vaccinated. I'm gonna have to look that number up, because now that I say it, I don't think it's right. But a lot of people are getting vaccinated every day. They are lowering the restrictions and lowering the age requirements for booking vaccine appointments all the time. I finally became eligible yesterday, so I went on and booked my appointment. It's not for another 4 weeks, I think, 3 weeks or 4 weeks, but at least I see something, and there's I say a light at the end of the tunnel. So that's a good thing, but it's not enough. It's too little. I want to say too little, too late. You look around and you see people out and about and walking their dogs and doing their thing and doing their best, but you can see it in their face. It's not a hopefulness anymore. It's not a we'll get through this together anymore. It's a holy fuck, when is this going to end? And yes, I said holy fuck, because that's how I feel, and that's how a lot of people feel. One of the other things that I've noticed that I think is telling of people's attitude is the amount of garbage on the streets. Ottawa and Canada in general is a clean city. You don't get garbage on the streets. But now I don't think I can go anywhere without seeing at least one discarded mask laying on the ground. I mean, pick up your fucking mask and put it away. Throw it away if it's a disposable mask. If it's not a disposable mask, take it home, put it in the washing machine and use it again. People aren't doing that because what's the point? Despair leads to, or well, not leads to. Despair is a sign of something much, much deeper that's happening. And I don't get it. I don't think a lot of people get it. But that's also a sign too. I think we need all to say that even though it's taking a long time, even though people are still not following the directives from the government, and that's what's making it worse in a lot of ways, that there is an end in sight. Prime Minister was lambasted the other day for saying that we're on track for what he referred to as a 1-dose summer and a 2-dose fall. And a lot of people said that they thought that meant that all of these restrictions were going to be in place for the whole summer. I don't think that's what he meant. I don't think that's what it means. I think if everybody, or the vast majority of people, the doctors again are saying that herd immunity starts at about 70%. And I think if 70% of people have their first dose by the beginning of the summer, which is what he was saying, then some of these restrictions will be able to be lifted. And then the remaining 70% of people will have their second dose by fall. That's a good thing. But I think people need more. They need more positivity, because we are in a state of overtraining, to go back to that analogy that the athletes use. We have stressed our bodies, and in this case stressed our minds and our psyches and our relationships and our lives too far for too long, and we've injured ourselves. The response and the return to normalcy now isn't going to be as simple as I got vaccinated, so let's go back to the patios and the concerts and the sporting events. It's going to take more than that, because we're injured. I ramble a lot, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. So look for some positivity if you can. Keep your masks on. Don't drop them in the park. And if you do drop them in the park, I get it, you know, sometimes they fall out of your pocket, no big deal. But if you see a mask, pick it up and throw it away. I mean, sure, maybe it's got coronavirus on it. Wash your hands. Put it in the garbage. Do your part. We're all a little bit injured. We've all got stress fractures. It's tough. I get it. I feel it. I'm probably a little hurt too. But get your vaccine. Do what you can to keep your mind engaged and your friends engaged and your family engaged, and hopefully by the time this is over, you won't feel so injured anymore. And yeah, maybe it is a 1-dose summer and a 2-dose fall, but at least that's fall. It's only 6 months from now. We can do this.